information. They are going for lessons, conferences. They have so much deposited in them. We've not been able to convert that into money. There are many coaches, there are many people with knowledge, people who are coaching people for consulting. And for whatever reason, just as Dami has said earlier, young people, there are some smart ones. And there are others, you just attend because people say you should attend, but they're not able to convert for various factors, emotional issues, the economy, societal problems, the fact that they don't have money, don't have any support system. So in this, your coaching, how do you see that conversion rate? How do we convert this knowledge we have? How do we actually make it work for us?
Well, one of the things I've come to realize is that, and I've said it over and over again, principles are universal. So whether you are, by the grace of God, I've been on all continents of the earth right now, and it's the same thing everywhere. Principles are universal. But you see, the application of those principles, they are personal, contextual, and geographical. So it doesn't change the principle. So two people come to get married. Couple A, couple B, same day, same church, same pastor, same altar. 10 years later, couple A has 3 children. Couple B does not have a child. Now, does it mean that sex does not produce children? It still produces children. So for couple B to say sex is a scam, it doesn't work, they are wrong. The reason why it's not working for you is not because the principle of intimacy to procreation is wrong, it's because there is an underlying factor. There are other things that are peculiar to you that has nothing to do with the principle. That's the problem with people. I sat down on this table a while back, and a man said, I agree with everything he's saying, but it cannot work in Nigeria. And Toko was sitting next to me. I don't know if you remember. I said, what you say is not working. This is an example. It's working here. Someone called me October 2000. Got to know about me during COVID. Was one of those that used to listen to my singles program. I attend my singles program in the early days, in the 1990 stuff. I said, I've missed you. That's all these things you are saying. Very powerful, but you can't work in London. I met this guy in 2022. Finally, we met, did coaching for him. This 2024, the guy has raised over £5 million in 2 years in the same UK where he said he cannot work. Now they say he's using something. How can somebody within 2 years? So many of the people that are not producing results, number one, they don't actually believe in what they are hearing. They just listen and he says, scam, it's not true, it doesn't work. Aspire to pass fire to. So they're already pessimistic. And whatever you are not excited about, whatever you don't believe, you will not practice. Number two, they don't actually practice this thing. Number three, they get discouraged easily because they think that once I do it now, it will work. It does not work like that. I say this to people. When we're in primary school and secondary school, we had teachers. By the time you enter university, you have lecturers. When you graduate, you need mentors and coaches. But guess what? When you are in primary and secondary school, you were paying school fees. When you went to university, you had lecturers, you were paying school fees. When you graduate, you have mentors and coaches. You don't want to pay school fees. You have to still pay school fees. So most of those, you put money here, is lost. You invest in this one, it didn't work. That is the school fees of life. Because nothing that you plan works according to plan. So the third dimension is that they need mentors. So that when things don't work and you are confused, but they told me, why is it not happening? You now talk, no, you should have done it, under this particular factor. That is where mentorship comes in. So for anyone listening to us right now, I want you to have hope. You see, hope is so powerful. When people commit suicide because they can't see any hope, hopelessness has come. Have hope. And when you have knowledge, act on that knowledge and be consistent about it. And have people around you that can guide you when you are confused. Because we all get confused from time to time.
So one thing that is reoccurring is this Nigeria, it cannot work here mentality. And sadly, most Nigerians do not believe in the Nigeria that we live in. We are on a jackpot mission. Anywhere but here, even India, where we know that crime rate is higher. And we would rather there but here. What is fundamentally wrong? Is it with us or the place? What is fundamentally wrong with this statement or the place or the people that, increases the number of people?
It does not allow us to...
now, you see, one of the things we need to understand, I'm going to give you, I was on I don't know if it's it was an interview in Ibadan last week on a TV station. And they were talking about this jackpot stuff. And I said, a lizard in Nigeria cannot become a crocodile in London or in Canada. And the person said, those statements that, but there are a lot of people that they don't do well in Nigeria, but when they go abroad, they do well. I said, they did well abroad because they were crocodiles locked up in a lizard environment. And I will now explain that. See, there is a species of shark. You know, when you see an aquarium, there are fishes in the aquarium is so beautiful. But fishes were never created to be in an aquarium. There's a species of shark. When you put that species of shark in an aquarium, it cannot grow beyond few inches. But the potential is there to be great. But remove that shark from that aquarium, put it in the ocean. In less than 3 months, grows to its full potential. So one thing that is the issue with Nigeria is that Nigeria stifles people's potential. Nigeria does not give people the enabling environment to do things with ease. So in order for you to do something in Nigeria, you have to be extra tenacious, extra resilient, and be ready to push. That's the only thing. Once there's an enabling environment, we are one of the most talented, the most loaded individuals. That's why when we now go abroad, where the environment is okay, things begin to happen. But we have a lot of people there that are still not doing well. Yeah. They have come to realize that it is not Nigeria that is their problem. They are their problem. If you move, the problem moves with you. So I believe that once you find yourself in a situation where the environment is not conducive, create your own environment, which is what many of us that have succeeded have done. We have created our own environment by creating the knowledge we listen to, we refuse other knowledge, the association we allow, the places we